Hello. Well, I was thinking about it and I realized that um, there's more parts to believing God, making Him happy, and seeing Him work in your life. And there's the walking out on the water, like Peter did. There's the stepping out in faith. And the book that I was reading, God Can Make It Happen, he says that you have to pay a deposit. So basically, like us wanting to move to the farm, my deposit is that I'm going to go ahead and give all my plants in the front yard. I have a vegetable garden and a fruit garden. I'm going to give it to the nearby church for the children's garden. So that's my deposit, showing that I believe that this house will sell quickly, and I need to put grass down to make it look nice for the people that normally want grass in the front yard and not trees and berries. Um, God loves it when we show Him by our actions that we do believe that things will happen, that He will reward us for believing Him, and that we're on His path, on the right path. And like I said before, that if we're not on the right path, God will definitely show you. He will stop you. If you're seeking Him, He's going to put a block up there, and actually you're going to start noticing how to hear Him. It's usually a very quiet feeling or a very quiet thought that just pops up, and you know it's true. That's how God communicates with us. That's one of the ways. There are many other ways. It could be a song on the radio. It could be the preacher telling you something. It could be, of course, reading the Bible. It could be animals. It's amazing the way God works, the way He talks to us. It could be that a thought just popped in your head and it's aligned with everything that's going on around you. And but I did want to tell you about making a deposit on what you're believing for. If it's believing that you're going to sell the house, then go ahead and paint it. Spend a little money on it. Fix it up. Make it pretty. Clean your house. If you're expecting to, if you're believing that you're finally going to see family that hasn't visited you in a long time, then keep your house ready for them. Tell God, I'm expecting them. If it's your will, I'm expecting that they come. And the funny thing is, God uses it. Our deposits He uses. And sometimes deposits actually are used for something else. For instance, if you are hoping that long, forgotten family or whatever will come and visit you and you clean that house, who knows, but a new neighbor might show up and come in. And you might end up having a very good friend out of her or him. For instance, us trying to fix up this house to sell, if it's for something else, maybe it's for another reason. You just have to show God that you are believing Him, that you know that He will, do for you. That He, basically, it's saying, that God loves you like a father and like a brother and like a husband, which it says in the Bible, that He will do anything for you. And even if it's not exactly what He wants, He will work it around. So He will take your deposit anyway, because it shows Him that you are believing Him, and that's what pleases God, that we believe Him, that we believe that He loves us so much that He will reward us for believing Him. It's kind of a big circle, and it's all about love, belief, trust, hope. So I just want to encourage you, if it's even moving to another state or moving to another country, that you go ahead and start and see if God shuts the door. You won't ever know until you start, until you try. And your trying is showing God that you're depositing on Him. You are believing that He can do all things. So I encourage you today to go ahead and try whatever it is that you're trying to change, even if it's a change in yourself. If it's a health change, start it. Do what you can. If you can't afford a gym, take a 5-minute walk. If you don't have a yard to walk or a street, walk down the hallway and lean on the walls. If you can't, if you're too frail. There's always a step you can take. There was a man that was locked up in a lung machine, and he prayed that God would send him people that he could encourage and tell about God. And a professor heard about his disease, and he started sending people to him to see how debilitating it was a polio problem, could be, and how somebody can survive on the lung machine. And you got to understand, the lung machine looked like a big old casket. He was stuck in it. He could only raise his head about 3 inches. Well, his prayers were answered. He did step out. He did believe God to send him people. And when he passed away, I think it was, 10 years later, he had thousands of people at his funeral that had been affected by him, encouraged by him, and met God through him. Found God, I should say, through him. So nothing can debilitate us. We can step out. You can make a small movement, a deposit on God to show that you believe Him. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all a very beautiful morning, day, noon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are.